can you hear me if I get down here like this? I noticed that. I was going to write down some notes on a piece of paper about Michael, then I happened to notice this is my shopping list, and I can't use that for that. But I have known Michael for probably almost 2 decades now. And one of the things I can truly say is that while in many cases I'm glad to see that we have term limits in the House and in the Senate, this is an individual for whom I wish we didn't have that limitation, because he has been an outstanding member of the State Senate, someone that I've had the honor and privilege of working with, not only since I've been in the legislature myself, but for at least 10 years before that. He's a man of a lot of insight. I think he's a brilliant person. And he has 2 characteristics that we absolutely need to have in an Attorney General, and that we do not have, and that is honesty and integrity. He is a good friend of mine. And I know he has a very busy schedule today, so without further ado, the next Attorney General, Michael Gibbons.
Manny, you can be enthusiastic too. Manny's my little friend. As Attorney General, I'll protect Missouri families by working with law enforcement and local prosecutors to capture and convict criminals and put them behind bars. I'll make sure taxpayer dollars are not wasted on big government so that they can be used for law enforcement. As Attorney General, we will enforce illegal immigration laws, we will fight for consumer rights, and there will be no conflicts of interest or corruption in my office, period. Bye. I introduced Liz a minute ago, but I do want to talk a little bit about what she's endured as a spouse. Campaigns are tough on families. I think a lot of times tougher on the family than they are on the candidate. The only saving grace I have is that Liz knew what she was getting into right from the beginning. Because 21 years ago, I ran for city council in Kirkwood, and our first, I don't think it was really an official date. I thought it was a date. Liz thought she was helping out. But our first official time together was going door to door in her parents' neighborhood as I ran for city council. So her support, her love, has made me a better person, a better candidate, and a better legislator, and I appreciate it very much. We've had a great opportunity. I served in city council in Kirkwood, then Missouri House of Representatives, the Missouri Senate, and I had the privilege of being the leader there for the last 3 years. With the help of the great people like you in Missouri who put us in the position of majority party, and with my leadership, Missouri is a better and safer place today than when we started. It's a better and safer place for our families to live, work, and raise our families. And involved with that, I've written and fought for passed laws to protect our families, keeping our loved ones safe and secure. We are protecting our neighborhoods with tough laws that have cut nearly in half the production of methamphetamine in Missouri. We are protecting our most vulnerable, developmentally disabled, the elderly who are in institutions, by mandating reports of abuse, making them public, and strengthening penalties. We are protecting our children from sexual predators with some of the toughest laws in the nation, so that we can convict these animals, put them in jail, lock the door, and throw away the key. We've helped save some children in Missouri by making Missouri's Amber Alert law more effective. We're protecting Missouri consumers from identity theft. We're protecting victims of sexual and domestic violence so they can feel secure to come forward and seek justice. But these laws are only as effective as their enforcement. That's why we need an Attorney General who is a legislative leader, fought for their passage, and is now absolutely committed to their enforcement. Missouri becomes a national leader in aggressively going after those who defraud Missouri consumers. As Attorney General, I will use every resource available to me to enforce national and state immigration laws. Illegal immigrants will not be free to commit crimes and then use taxpayer-funded services that should go to helping Missouri families.